ex-wife of Apostle Simon Mokoena of the Tyrannus Apostolic Church. If you know it, it's a very big church. I've talked several times on this particular platform concerning the church, like my differences with them doctrinally and so forth. I always talk about subject matters of doctrine on this channel. So the wife has been going to an interview, and she has been interviewed several times. There's been a couple of episodes there where she's talking about her marriage to Apostle Simon Mokoena. And so those interviews came out, and I was about to make a comment on one episode which was recommended. I had not been watching the episodes, and I had made one response to an episode, and in my messages came a message I was not expecting, a right of response. Now, when I say right of response, if you know how journalism works and all those type of things, where something comes out or a certain story comes out and you hear that the person who's been questioned or accused or something comes up to respond. And I had a person who knows Apostle Simon Mokoena personally and said, Ricky, he would love to respond to the claims that the wife has made on the other podcast. And so that particular right of response has been given to this channel. You're not going to hear it on Daily Sun. You're not going to hear it. You're not going to hear it on Facebook. You're not going to hear it. You're going to hear it on this platform. And so I said, it is well. I want to respond to the things that she has said. The platform is open. They can go ahead and do that. We define doctrine, but we still treat each other as humans, and everybody still has the right to respond to the things that. So after that, I was given information access to some of the things that they mentioned that she was not telling the truth on. I was given pointers that kind of highlighted these things, things that other people I went on an entire detective's route to see the validation of the information that was sent out. Okay, someone would tell me the information, and someone else would validate it. People who've been there for years, 15 up to 20 years, who've been there, who could vouch for the information that was given to me. And so before that response comes up, okay, the videos, when they do come out, they will say official Apostle Simon Mokwena's response to ex-wife. That's what the videos would be titled. Now, I want to say, before I actually go on to break down some of the things that she says, like I said, I haven't watched all these videos. There's too many of these videos and stuff like that. And it's not a story that I was particularly following, but there were so many episodes. YouTube kept recommending them. Unfortunately, I focus a little bit more on doctrine and stuff like that. And so this sounded very personal. And so I then I was able to validate some of the things that were said, that they said. And looks like there might be, from the language of what I heard, okay, there are certain things that I'm not going to, I'm just kind of preparing you for what to expect when those responses come out. There are certain voice notes that I heard that I cannot play because they do paint the people in a certain light. But for the sake of those people, I will tell you that some portions of relationships that are being spoken about don't seem to be as they were said. Okay? And so, I'm going to present that as a presenter. I'll just come here and I'll show you this is what I was sent. I'm not going to go and watch these videos and then break down everything. I don't know what thingy. And so I said, listen, you reply to what you are able to reply to in text format. I'll break them up into a few episodes because they made a lot of episodes. And so there was a lot of things. I mean, like for me to hear all the information, it took over 3-4 hours for me to be presented with all the information. I did speak to the apostle himself concerning certain portions, certain parts which I felt could only be validated by him and not by other people, right? So I had other parts of this information from others, but then there were parts of the information that I needed to hear from him, and I heard it from him. So I'm giving you the way this story is laid out. Now I want to be very clear also here. A right of response is a right of response. Nobody pays on this channel for a right of response. We don't do that. Not here. Okay? At least you spoil my hand. Okay. We don't function like that over here. So this is not a paid PR stunt. We don't do that here. Okay? This is them saying, we know you are one of the biggest skeptics over the apostles' doctrine. Even the apostle would say, but if the information was presented by you, even though we might not play the audios, if you heard it, your reputation speaks volume for you. So I thought that's fair enough to say, if a person who has been clear in their areas of difference with you now comes and says, you know what, these are the things that they are saying, this is what they're... Now the reason why, you may be asking, Ricky, why don't they just do an interview with you, right? And I say, why doesn't the apostle do an interview with you? Like I said, I spoke to him, right? And the reason why we can't do an interview is because these interviews that were conducted here, the way it sounds like a lawsuit waiting to happen. It sounds like it. It sounds like it. It sounded very much a painful experience to have to hear him having to break down his relationship with his family from childhood all the way up until the split and all those kind of things, right? And so those videos I will put out once everything that I need concerning these videos have been sent to me. Once all those things have been sent to me, the response from the apostle and Terenius Apostolic Church will be sent forward. There is also been audios that are being sent forward to me from people that knew her when she was there, that wanted to say something as well. Like I said, the detective to go around looking, you know. And so we will then also play those that the people will say what they want to say. It's a right of response. They have the right to think. This is why when Uzugiswa came out and she said, you know, so-and-so is a reptile, is a reptilian, it's not a human being, I was against that stuff, because then they are not worthy to be heard. Right? You don't demonize the people. You might differ with what they teach. But then when people now start demonizing people, thumbs up. Okay? And so it allows people to think, I can disagree with them in doctrine, but when something is said and they feel like, hey, we want to respond to that, let's go ahead and do that. And so those responses will be done on this platform. Not going to be on ETV, not going to be on, going to be right here. And so I will present those when they do come out. Like I said, it's not paid PR. We don't do those games here. Okay? I'm giving them a chance to respond to this content that was posted out. Some of it is going somewhat viral and stuff like that, and they felt the apostle needs his side of the story spoken about. There are parts of the story which she speaks about. Unfortunately, when they tell you, it's just heartbreaking. It is. We might differ with them in doctrine, but there are parts of it when you hear it's just heartbreaking. Genuinely, from the perspective that it's another human being. They also have their contribution to their children and so forth and all that. But that will be done on here. I will have them out. So I wanted to give you a heads up before those episodes do come out. Now, as I mentioned, this whole thing here, it sounds like a lawsuit waiting to happen. But hey, if there's anything, I will tell you what is up. It's the Reality Show, the daily Christian commentary videos. If it's the first time over here to be sure, check out the other videos that are down in the pinned comments. And I must see you guys over there. And so, do be on the lookout for them episodes when they come out. Let's hear what they want to respond to. They said you can go watch the videos and then tell us what you understand. I said, nope. I don't care enough. I might hear something I don't care enough about, right? And so the best thing for you to do is to listen to what you care about. What you care gets answered, and then we'll work it out that way. That's the best way to do it. If you watch my interview, which I did concerning Pastor Piri and thing, I didn't watch the opposite. I just allowed the person to speak as they would have spoken, as if there was nothing out there. And so once they have done that, they have sent me that, I will come back here and give you those episodes. It's Ricky. Y'all tell me your thoughts down in the comment section, and I'll see you later.